TCG. Yeah, I got my logo on, my merchandise, my t-shirt. This is aka Mike Dabs. You guys also know me as a Gamesman, guys, and we're back in the studio for another awesome video. So what's going on, my dudes, my guys, and my girls, my Pokemon family? Alright, guys, what is going on? Some exciting news going on in the hobby, the buzz in the hobby, in the Pokemon space, guys. GameStop. Yes, GameStop. Pulling all stops. Pulling the rug from under us. And some game shops. And now going to be buying your Pokemon cards. Your vintage Pokemon cards. I'm assuming they're going to be buying your vintage cards. They're going to be buying your raw cards and PSA graded slabs. GameStop of everyone else making moves, guys. Making moves. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the old Wild Wild West. The good, the bad, and the possibly ugly. And could this be a good thing or a bad thing for GameStop? And I'm going to give you my spicy opinion on this. Because I used to work for GameStop years ago. Guys, I've been on a lot of stuff. But I've been under GameStop. It was back called Software Etc., Electronic Boutique. Back when they started selling sports cards. Yeah, GameStop is not new to the space, guys. They're not new to this space. They entered into this they entered into the sports card space way back under Software Etc. and didn't kind of fare off too well. They got into it and they kind of left. Just that. They had autographed cards, autographed baseballs, basketballs, and then they got into shirts and jerseys, and then, well, I don't know what happened. You tell me. But GameStop disappeared from, the company got bought out by many, it started off way back when, right? We'll go back into the Wild Wild West. Started off before GameStop was even GameStop. Before GameStop made moves to wherever it was called, way back when, good God. Funco Land, guys. Funco Land, right? So back then they used to sell all the old Nintendo games and all that stuff. I have newspapers now called GameStop, but it was Funco Land back then. They had these newspapers that came out every month, had everything documented in a little newspaper. I have months of the paper because I used to use it when I was tracking video games buying and selling, trying to see what their market was and what I was buying them out in the open. And GameStop kind of transitioned into multiple different stores under different entities. That's how they transpired. And eventually it came and settled at now, what is our GameStop, from Funco Land to, I think Babbage's was another one it came under. GameStop was under Babbage's. To my knowledge, it was under Babbage's, Software Etc., Electronic Boutique. And then it ended up settling right around on GameStop. All right. So kind of many different transitions that GameStop transpired from, where they tried many different things in the growth of the company. All right. In the different transitions of their name. From sports cards, they got in when the boom was going on with sports cards. They got in. They were selling autographed basketballs, baseballs, bats, jerseys, autographed cards, and they got into selling packs too. So all different types of stuff. They got into that end, and that kind of fell apart. And then as GameStop transitioned into GameStop, they started moving into all different kind of, venues of having different kinds of merchandise and stuff. It kind of reminds me of Spencer's. If you guys remember Spencer's, this was like a gold shop. sold 10 karat gold, 14 karat gold. I think the Indian people usually were the ones that were in charge of like Spencer's. It was like a kind of like geek out kind of like shop where Spencer sold everything, t-shirts, bags, gold. You go and you find everything, gum, candy, all kinds of different things in Spencer's. Kind of reminds me of that kind of store, GameStop, as it transitioned to what it's called now as GameStop from back in the day. But yeah, it's kind of interesting now that all this time has transitioned. Pokemon's been out for a while. Even through the boom, I would have expected like GameStop to make moves into doing something like with Pokemon outside of just selling like the packages and boxes and stuff. I thought they would have made a move into Pokemon to do this kind of thing, to open like their own GameStop Pokemon shop. You know what I mean? Because this is kind of what it's going into. It's cutting into the space of an LGS store / GameStop. You know what I mean? Because now LGS stores may be under fire. Yes, I'm saying it. May be under fire from GameStop, because GameStop, not going to say can become a contender, but the road to victory for GameStop is in their hands. Now, they can screw it up, as they screwed up many things, all right, including their stock, where the stock was going crazy in GameStop. People, millionaires, well, so millionaires became millionaires, right? Became a millionaire. People became millionaires with GameStop stock. They sold out, took the rug out from underneath GameStop, sold their stock when GameStop stock was up. And yes, you have some people that I truly believe became GameStop millionaires from, investing in GameStop stock when it was taken off, and then all of a sudden the shoes fell off. The heels were plopped off GameStop's heels, and GameStop stock went plummeting down, and those people exited out, while some people stuck in there with their fortunes at hand at the mercy of GameStop and lost a lot of money. True facts right there. But yes, GameStop, guys, is in the driver's seat right now. And when I say driver's seat, they can come up from this and do great things with this. From what I gather, it's a partnership. I don't know if you guys knew that. From what I gather is PSA is backing them. I'm going to throw this out there too. I think GameStop, it took GameStop this long to transition to making this reality. I think, guys, GameStop was already acquiring cards to make this move, but I think they wanted to make sure that they had enough supply and everything to make these moves before they made an official announcement on it. See? So I think that is what they did, but we'll have to see how this rolls out. Now, according to other sources, GameStop is going to be selling hollows and reverse hollows at $1. All right, at $1. Whether that's a good choice or not, selling, I can tell you personally, hollow cards and reverse hollows, even your bulk, there are people that buy that and make money with it for sure. I see a lot of POV podcast vendor POVs, people buying bulk and selling bulk on TCG Player. But for GameStop to start off with this transition of buying bulk, I don't know if they're buying bulk. See, I don't know if they're buying your hollows and reverse hollows. But if that is, depending on what they're buying it at, might be a great way to relieve yourself of hollows or reverse hollows. But selling them at $1, I think the only people that really would buy those hollows or reverse hollows, probably kids. Personally, if I was going to start a business, I'm business minded, but if I was in the shoes of GameStop, I wouldn't be like saying, hey, well, we're going to start off, we're going to put reverse hollows and hollows for $1. Guys, I'll probably start off with the V's and V Maxes and stuff like that, and cheaper full arts, and want to roll those out because I think those will be highly more desired than just hollows and reverse hollows, because those are a dime a dozen. But GameStop is going to roll this out, guys. They're going to have hollows and reverse hollows for $1. And then they're going to buy. See, there's a catch to the word buy. And there's a catch to the word just like at what percentage, right? So this news, yes, it may be great news to some. But is it really, really great news? And they're going to be buying your PSA graded slabs at a PSA 8 starting point. All right, so that means they'll buy your PSA cards, but it has to be at least a minimum of a grade 8. All right, and then there is a bottom. All right, they won't buy your grade 8 if it's valued over $500. So, could this be a play for people who wants to acquire grade A PSA cards and above, and acquire some nice pieces valued up to $500 at GameStop? Will the selection be awesome for people who want to buy slabs, even to do or buy and resell? Because certainly, in my walk with GameStop, as a buyer, seller, flipper, whatever you want to say, right? I used to buy games at GameStop on their deal days and stuff like that. Remember the deal days on GameStop? They used to have deal days. You would go in and they had deal days and certain games like Nintendo or Super Nintendo, whatever they were buy two, get one free, some kind of thing like that. And they had a nice assortment of games. And yeah, you can buy some games based on the values at $9.99. You buy 3 games at $9.99, you got one free. So you bought basically 2 games, you spent $20, you got another $10 game free. That's usually how I would shop. I would buy another value $10 game at 3 Mario Brothers, 3 Mario All-Stars, so I would be ahead because I would buy them at $9.99 each, and I would have $1.99. I wouldn't buy a game below $9.99. I would always buy the same value game at the same price. I would, because that way, I would try to buy 3 at a time. And I was able to sell games on eBay and all that stuff. I made money, selling games, buying them at GameStop under buy 2, get 1 free. Even new games and stuff when they had new games on sales and pre-owned games. I would always look for extra value that I would get out of games from GameStop under the deal days they ran years ago. I don't think they do deal days anymore or call them deal days. So this could be a play for people and GameStop to make moves, and then they run deals where on the holidays, buy 2 used games or pre-owned, you get 1 free. I mean, there could be plays for GameStop to make moves on slabs and on loose raw cards. But what price? At what price is GameStop going to buy these cards from you guys? Your grade A PSA graded cards, 8 and better. And at the floor, at the bottom, $500 minimum. I mean, not minimum, but maximum. All right, so your cards can be valued up to $500 max. Max card on a grade card, $500. And then they'll buy your raw cards. It's going to be exciting to see what price point they pay on these cards and what percentage, sound like I'm crying, what percentage they buy at, because my local game shops, not GameStops, my local game shops, Let's Go TCG, and Playmakers, they buy at 40% floor, right? So if your game shops, your local LGSs are buying at 40%, Is GameStop buying at higher? And question at hand. Question at hand. The GameStop Power Up card. Will that be an advantage for us? For the power to the players? With those graded slabs and stuff that come out at GameStop and the raw cards? And then what kind of selection will GameStop offer? Will it be online? Will they have an online menu of graded cards that you can choose from? And in store? Will you just walk into the same, each store and it'll be the same amount of same cards? A bunch of hollows, no VMAXs, no alternate arts. Or will GameStop price themselves out where they won't be able to compete in this market because they're buying too high and selling too high, and the game shops still succeed over top of them? So the choice is totally going to be up to GameStop, how they roll this out, and if they succeed at this, or ultimately do they bankrupt themselves. So it's going to be interesting to see this. But this is like breaking news for me. But really, is it really breaking news? Because, we've seen GameStop make different transitions into different things since its early beginning. Since it was Funko Land. So as GameStop transitioned into the different entities under the different store titles that it held in its existence, even till GameStop now, GameStop is not just a game store. You just go in and you find video games, you find Pops, you find collectibles, you find Rubik's Cubes, you find Star Wars. It's like you walking into a mini mall inside a store that is a time capsule within itself, offering toasters and pancake makers and all kind of stuff with Pokemon logos on them. And so it's, you can see where GameStop came and where they're going, and now they're moving into this space. And will this ultimately be a big fail for GameStop? It's a question. Regardless that they're buying your slabs, PSA only, no CGC, no Beckett's. They're dealing only with PSA, and from my notes, PSA is backing them to do this or sponsoring them or something like that. So, some works with PSA, maybe in the ropes with GameStop, acquiring just PSA graded slabs, and then moving into raw cards. It's going to be a challenge just to see how they exist against and able to compete with the game stores, that the LGS stores, and what kind of rollout they're going to have on cards that GameStop is even going to offer as single raw cards and as graded cards. It may be more power to the players. For us, for maybe some of us more seasoned collectors, may be able to roll into a GameStop and find that grail, right? You never know, right? You don't know. When I say grail, you might find a nice collector piece, alternate art, maybe. How many alternate arts? I don't think GameStop is going to be piled up with alternate arts to the rafter in the store. And if they are, how many are going to be, like, you're looking at PSA 8. If a PSA 9 is selling for the same price as basically a raw card, what's an 8 below that going to sell for if a PSA 8, a 9 is selling for basically what a raw card goes for? You're going to pay less for an 8 than you are a 9. 10 will be the grail, but how many PSA 10s are GameStop actually going to get traded in? Or are they going to be all junk? Remember, because, see, we went into a junk wax era where people were grading all different cards in Pokemon. They were getting all different cards graded up and slamming PSA with PSA was backlogged with junk slabs that people were grading, and people were just buying. Some people were just uninformed and were buying graded cards and any old thing. A graded Pikachu, common, uncommon. A graded reverse hollow Pikachu. And they're paying $15, $20 for the card. Some people were very misinformed. And is GameStop buying all these junk slabs and stuff? I mean, your guess is as good as mine. But this can very easily put GameStop in a worse position than they are trying to climb out of the Easter basket now, and move into Pokemon and start selling raw. They could really do damage to themselves if they do it in the wrong manner and not taking the right steps into the driver's seat of this and really come out of this ahead and win. I can see them winning. If they take the proper steps in this could be a great thing for GameStop. And a truly a game changer for the LGS store, especially if GameStop is coming in and buying higher than the game shops, your local LGS, man. This could be a power to the players. But it could be ultimate fail for GameStop too. We'll have to see how this rolls out. It's very interesting to see GameStop just now coming into this market. But my assumption is, and I'm going to assume, that GameStop was already acquiring cards, all right, to make this move, all right? Already acquiring cards, guys, under some other entity, buying on eBay or something, probably, raw cards, already buying under a different entity, so you don't know it's GameStop that's buying it and buying these in masses, buying collections under some other entity in order to get that acquisition and then move it into to all the stores or some stores. It's going to be interesting, guys, how this goes. What do you guys think about this GameStop? What's up, Pat? That's Power Channel. You don't have to do a mail video, dude. It's cool because I'm not. Okay, Pat's talking to somebody else. Pat's talking about somebody else in the chat. But yeah, it's going to be interesting how this this all transitions. And guys, it's coming upon us, guys. These deals, this GameStop selling raw and PSA grade cards is supposed to be taking place May 12th. So this week. Yeah, this week, guys. So it's going to be interesting to see how GameStop, are they going to be a contender for acquiring you guys faith in the company as them buying your raw cards and your graded cards, and at what price they buy them at. I mean, sure, it could be a great hunt, like, for people to do videos, especially, content creators. Hey, we're going to go over to GameStop. Let's go see what cards we can get. Let's see what GameStop has. What kind of raw cards GameStop has since they started this program of buying raw cards. And, hey, what kind of PSA cards do they have that, that anybody may want? So I kind of figured, and this is the God's honest truth, guys. I kind of figured GameStop might have had something like this in the works, because if you guys go back a little bit, GameStop had these trade days when they had this binder in store, and you can go in and take a card, trade a card. Do you guys remember that? You can go to a GameStop, they had a binder, and you could go in, and they had cards already in the binder. Because I've seen people on YouTube post they got a Charizard, Russia Ram out of a binder at GameStop. Some kid didn't like or didn't want the Charizard card, the Rainbow Rare. And someone walked in and had cards and had common uncommons and grabbed that Charizard Reshiram and put a comment on there and got the Charizard Reshiram Rainbow Rare out of the binder at GameStop. I heard of the... Wow. You know, so I heard of this, guys, of some findings at GameStop when they had their game day where you trade in. They didn't buy your cards. They had a binder at the desk where you say, hey, can I see the binder, the Pokemon binder? And you would bring your commons, uncommons, your reverse holos, whatever, and you would ask to look at the binder, and you would take a card, leave a card, right? You would take a card that you saw in there and say, oh, wow, somebody left the Charizard Reshiram. I'll slip in this uncommon, slide that in there, grab that Charizard Reshiram that some poor kid threw in there, not knowing the value of that card, not knowing that that card was $100 or whatever, and some other kid came in, or some adult said, whoa, holy cow, what was the guy that put a Charizard Reshiram Rainbow Rare in here? Well, I'll take that for sure. And they stuck a couple of uncommons in the binder and happily got a Charizard Reshiram. I heard of people at GameStop going to GameStop, finding some cards in there that other people didn't really treasure as much as, as people who found some really cool cards in those binders at GameStop when they were doing those trade your card in and grab a card. So, for sure, I seen something like this coming in the pipeline for GameStop. And I should have made note that GameStop may somewhere eventually enter into Pokemon because, it's written. They were in sports cards, and it was a big fail. It was a big fail. They made some money. They made some wrong moves. They lost some money as well because some of the stuff was priced way up there, and they shouldn't have probably moved into acquiring some stuff that they did. And then the next thing you know, Software Etc. was out of here, and then Electronic Boutique moved on in, and it was GameStop transitioning from another store name to another name to another name to another name to another, blah, blah, blah. The story goes on. And here we are at GameStop now, still with kind of the same stuff they had years ago, and now adding Pokemon into it along with all the other things that they got. GameStop is not just your normal game store anymore. It's not just a store you go in, you find retro and Super Nintendo games and stuff. They far moved out of that end. I think if they're gonna sell, if they got vintage video game stuff, and then they're buying vintage cards and all that, they might as well bring the damn video games back in there too. Get all the Super Nintendo, Game Gear, Game Boys, and all that stuff. Start buying all that stuff because people are still after that. There's money on the table for them to make on that as well. And they got all this stuff in warehouses, and what are they doing with it? So, ultimately, if you're going to buy, you got a game store, you see the Retro Rick game shop. Retro Rick selling new games, used games, Switch games, Game Boy games, Super Nintendo games, vintage games, and current games. GameStop needs to be in line with the same stuff. All right? Ultimately, they're buy, sell, trade, buy, sell. All right? And they'll give you credit for your games. They need to bring back all the old retro games, start selling all that crap too. All right? I say crap, but it's not crap. It's a piece of history. It's a piece of what GameStop started off with. All right? Funko Land was very successful with selling old school games, and somehow it fell off. GameStop needs to just bring those games back, start buying, because people still have them. They're around. All I can say is GameStop needs to just bump up their game. It can't be the CEOs at GameStop that have no idea how to run a LGS or buy, sell, flip. Someone behind the desk needs to be able to know how TCG Player works, how eBay operates, look at the buy, sell, trade, go to Collecticon. Someone experienced behind the desk that is experienced with Pokemon needs to be behind the CEO desk at GameStop to run the helm for GameStop to be successful with this this transition of buying and selling Pokemon cards. That's my real opinion here, guys. Ultimately, this could be a big fail for GameStop. It could be the last stop for GameStop, all right? Because ultimately, everything GameStop got in bit the dust. They get into stuff, and they get into financial difficulty, and the company is struggling, but they are afloat, all right? Unfortunately, they are afloat. And I say unfortunately, it's because we've seen the history of GameStop, all right? So they're in a lot of trouble financially. No one wants to take control of the company, you know. Even they had a CEO come in from Amazon that couldn't even bring this company upright. So, you know, ultimately, this could be a last-ditch effort for GameStop before it exits. And that's the hard truth. And I'm speaking it before it even happens, so you're hearing it right here on this channel, guys. I've seen the ups and downs on GameStop. I have multiple GameStops in my area. I've seen all the news, YouTube. I've seen things going on in GameStop. I used to work for them back when it was Electronic Boutique. Unfortunately, I don't work for them no more. By my own recognizance, I left. But, you know, I've seen the different transitions from where it was, where it is now. And, yeah, there has to be some changes at GameStop. But, you know, ultimately, GameStop can change its course, you know, and flip things upright. Ultimately, they can. It's up to the CEOs that run the current CEO, if they have one, to change the company's direction and make the proper changes for you know, moving into Pokemon. That's good news for GameStop, okay? Because they're already selling packages. They're already selling box sets and you know, packs and stuff like that. So, you know, that's a good thing to go hand in hand, and you're selling singles as well. And now having graded slabs. So, you know, it could be a good move for GameStop. All right, it could be. I'm saying that very, very lightly, guys, because this, like I said, I'm saying it very lightly because of the past history of GameStop. We've seen things come and go. All right, and this could be something positive for GameStop if they put the procedures in place, man, to make it prosper for them and make it worth it. Where, hey, they could put the strain on a game shop, LGS. Your own LGS stores that are in your backyard. GameStop can be a power to the player, man, where people say, you know what, hey, GameStop, you know, my LGS store is giving me 40%. GameStop giving me 50% because I got the power up reward card. I'm getting an extra 10%, where normally it would have been 40%, but I got the power up card. I'm getting 15% more on my cards that I trade in versus bring them to my LGS store. See, that could be a move, a powerful move, where 15% or 10% more is a win for GameStop over LGS, where, you know, an established LGS store that is turning over a lot of singles might hurt, because players say, well, I'm going to go to GameStop because GameStop is buying more than you guys are paying me. And mind you, they have Pokemon too, and I can get box sets, exclusive stuff from GameStop that I can't get at the LGS, that I can buy all these Crown Zenith unknown V-boxes or certain GameStop exclusive boxes that you can only find at GameStop only. And yeah, you're trading in some slabs that normally you couldn't sell at collecticons or even at card shows and get good money. And if GameStop is going to give you decent money, more than your card shop, because I know my local card shops buy graded cards, all right, and they buy your raw, but it's at 40%. And from my knowledge, it's across the board. They're buying 40%. If GameStop comes in and says, hey, I'm paying, we're buying at 50% of the market value, and you got your Power Up reward card attached, we're giving you an extra 10% bump on that. That's 60% trade-in value. Guys, hey, stuff that I'm not attached to, like V cards and regular EX cards, why would I bring them to a card shop to sell, and GameStop is buying them, and I'm going to get 60%? I'm going to GameStop. All right? That would be my mindset. Because I'm going to go to where my money is going to go further. And that means the cards have value. GameStop is paying me more. And I'm okay with the trade because GameStop has exclusive product that I can get credit and it can go on my card. You get the GameStop gift card. They don't expire. You can keep adding that credit onto the gift card and use it whenever. So when these game days come up and they're running specials on, buy two, get one free, you see it all over. GameStop runs even on sealed sleeve packs. You get buy two, get one free. And you earn all this credit from, you opening up your cards, you're trading in all your bulk or whatever, and GameStop is buying at a really reasonable rate that is better than your LGS. Oh, guys, you can acquire a lot of good stuff from GameStop. All right? I'm going to tell you that. You can. You can get some really cool stuff from GameStop, and you can save money on GameStop where they are offering deals. Like you can go and buy the what is it? The 151 UPC. Pokemon 151 UPC Ultra Premium Collection Box is $113 at GameStop. LGS stores are $120, $124. And you're trading in Pokemon cards now to get credit, and you're getting a deal on that box. See? And then when GameStop runs like the Cyclozar V boxes, which I bought literally about 50, 60, 100 of those things, right? I bought them at $12.50. Guys, you trade in your cards, you save up all that credit, you wait for deals to happen on GameStop, and now you can use that credit and you can buy those boxes when they run deals. Because I am very sure GameStop is going to have the Mass Bosstiff box for $12 and some change. You're going to find a game day. You're going to find a deal on GameStop at one time. You're going to see these Mass Bosstiff, the Annihilate box, and all that stuff. Guys, the history is written for Pokemon on GameStop. You wait for these deals to happen, and then you make your move. All right? That's just common knowledge here. At least I've been in this space 8 years. All right? I've been in the Pokemon space 8 years. All right? I found deals on GameStop. I bought Annihilate boxes. I bought the Mimikyu Showcase box from Walmart for $11.98. And they had Evolving Skies in them. So there are deals that come across the platforms. All right? And GameStop does have some great deals. You just have to monitor the website, see what's going on, and see if there's a great deal. You can get $20 boxes for $12.50. That's a great deal in my mindset if you're getting a nice pack selection. And we do know as investors, right, if you're buying product to hold, buying even box sets, you can break down the packs out of there, keep the pack sealed, and sell off the auxiliary products, the playmat and jumbo card, the 4 cards that come in, and the promos. You can trade them in probably to GameStop. They might take them. I don't even know if GameStop is taking jumbo. So there are plays to be made here, guys, when you buy cards from GameStop, buy box sets and stuff, and then apply it to deals that GameStop has throughout the year. So, it could be a good thing for GameStop buying the stuff, and, and you're able to move some stuff that you wouldn't be able to move at your LGS. So, there's a good side to the book, and there's a bad side of the book where it could be game over for GameStop. All right? So, it's a powerful move for GameStop. I'm happy for them. I hope it works out. I hope it works out for GameStop. I'm going to keep my eye on this And if you guys hear any news, feel free to hit your boy up. All right? Feel free to hit me up. Let me know what you're finding. If you find some great deals at GameStop, you find some great cards at GameStop, Pat, Ben F., you guys got GameStops in your area. Dudes, if you find some stuff going on, it's supposed to be happening this week. Sometime this week, the 12th or something like that. GameStop's going to start having cards, and then they're going to be buying cards. I'm certainly going to look into it and see what they're offering. And you don't have to visit the store. You can make a phone call and say, hey, I'm thinking about bringing some cards over. What are you buying? So before you box up all your bulk and all and say, hey, I'm going to make a fortune from GameStop, before you get that mindset, call them up, see what they're buying. So you don't bring all this stuff, load the car up with the whole Titanic and think you're going to make a killing at GameStop. Call them up and ask what are they really looking, what are they buying at this time, and what are they paying? What are they paying on reverse holos? You buying reverse holos? You buying holos? You buying common cards, uncommon cards? What are you paying? Because, if they're buying that stuff, it could be a good breaking point for you guys to move out of that product, out of those commons and uncommons, the holos. If they're buying them, to move them to GameStop and get a credit to buy stuff that GameStop has on sale. The 151 UPCs, $113.99 as a power player. Trading in those cards, you can pay for your power reward card. So there are plays with that, and I'm all about making plays and getting rewarded. I'm all with those reward cards. Anything you can save money. The Barnes & Noble's discount card, where it's a card that pays you back, just like Discovery. You earn Barnes & Noble's dollars for every dollar you spend. You earn percentage back, and you can apply that to purchases. So I'm all about that, and that Barnes & Noble's card was free. You got the GameStop card, which is $15. You have to buy that, but it's a card that can pay you back over the course of a whole year, especially if you're buying those deals at GameStop and you're getting value out of that back. Certainly that card alone, the GameStop card, can pay you back. And how it pays you back, guys, too. If you just look at the membership, you're paying $15 for the year, and you get $5 rewards every month. $5 GameStop is giving you every month. $5 free credit you can apply for a pack of cards. So everyone that has a Power Reward card can go every month to GameStop and get one pack of Pokemon cards for literally free. You pay the tax with the GameStop card. Now that is a value back that card literally pays you back the $15 just within the first 3 months if you got 3 booster packs in those first 3 months. See, this is stuff that people don't look at. Oh, I got that Power Reward card from GameStop. That thing sucks. But if you're a Pokemon collector, you win, because just in its first 3 months, the card pays you back and you got product for free. People who said they can't afford Pokemon cards, well, all you have to do is buy your GameStop card and you're getting a free pack every month. And if you want to collect sealed, you're getting 1 pack free every month. So you can, on a budget, yeah, I'm on a $15 a year budget. I got my GameStop reward. Every month, my grandpa takes me to GameStop. I use my $5 reward that I get every month, and I get a free pack of Lost Origins, a free pack of Astro Raid every month. And I throw that in my sealed bin. And, yeah, I get 12 packs a year, free. I paid a tax, 25 cents, 37 cents. The card paid me back 4 times what I paid. The $15, I got paid 4 times back in the year. And if those packs go up in value, you make money on the packs that you got for free from GameStop. If you look at it at that insight, I don't think anybody ever looked at it like that, where you pay for the card. It's the card that pays you back if you're buying certain sealed products, especially if you're buying Evolving Skies when those were on the GameStop shelves, and every day you went and took your reward card, say, hey, give me a pack of Evolving Skies. $3.98, $3.99. You bought it. Packed it away. Every month you went back, hey, got another Evolving Sky. Boop, put it away. Thought about it like that, guys. You win at GameStop with your GameStop card. With Pokemon. What's those dog rewards about? Barnes & Noble's. I talked about Barnes & Noble's reward card. I have Barnes & Noble's. I got my Barnes & Noble's reward. Free. I got my Walgreens reward card. Free. I got my Power reward card from GameStop. Free. How you get this free? They charge you $15. Well, I was trading in some stuff. It actually paid for my membership. Free. Do I got anything else in here? Yeah, and I got my scan my receipts, guys. You remember that? FETCH rewards. Scan your receipts on that app on your phone and you earn rewards. I got that, and I'm earning rewards that I can get GameStop gift cards for scanning my receipts. So that's free gift cards from FETCH rewards on your app on your Android phone. I'm earning rewards for scanning my receipts. And I'm able to cash those rewards, those points in, and get rewarded from the app. So apply that to GameStop and everything. Guys, you can save a fortune if you know how to apply rewards that you get for free in this hobby. A lot of people don't talk about stuff that I'm talking about. They say, oh, I'm going over to Barnes & Noble's. Oh, I'm going to CVS. I'm going to here. But nobody talks about discount cards and applying stuff. And I got another series I'm going to do, not to knock Nostalgianomics, just to be precise on finding values and stuff that other people don't see that it's a value. See, a lot of you guys just focus on booster boxes, ETBs, but I find values in other products. So I'm going to do a video for that and bring value for you guys that are balling on a budget, you know, $10 budget, $15 budget, $20 budget, where you can find values in products that have built-in values. And outside of booster boxes and UPCs and Elite Trainer boxes, that, you know, Nostalgianomics talks about a lot of that. I go against the grain, guys. I go against the grain, but I'm on the same route going with the grain. All right, because I do collect booster boxes, but I knock against the grain on other investors, and I find values in stuff that they don't collect or they don't buy or they don't see as a value over time because of the time it's going to take you to sell it. And if you have connections, guys, and see, this is things that, yeah, booster boxes and stuff are easier to sell, but the ancillary products are very easy to sell too, guys. And I know we're going against the topic at hand, but this is the talks that we get into all the time on this channel. But I'm going to save it for a video, all right? Because I find values in other stuff that people don't see values, all right? And yeah, it's going to take me longer time to sell stuff because it's smaller stuff, you know, but that's if you do that, you got to be okay with that, right? So but it's just like the sealed stuff, it does go up. So you know, you have to find your way through, know how to sell. You know, that's all it comes down to is know where to sell, how to sell, and finding those values. I like the search for the low-hanging fruit. When restocks happen, other people are leaving stuff. I just go for the low-hanging fruit, and I'm buying multiples of the low-hanging fruit. And yeah, they have built-in values, and they do accumulate value. All right, and it may not exceed a booster box. It may not exceed a Elite Trainer box. All right, it may not exceed a value of a Pokemon Ultra Premium Collection box, but the thing is, it does go up in value, guys. And if you have connections and able to source out those products, yeah, you're going to make gains on them. All right? Absolutely going to make gains. And there are values sometimes, for the most part, built into these products. And other people that invest just go specifically for booster boxes as the most traditionary way to collect, because those do perform regardless, and the Elite Trainer box because of its history. But the other products do perform too, and some of them come really close to values of a booster box, of not a booster, of an Elite Trainer box. You know, so you know they do come close. But I figured I'd do a video for that, save that for a video for you guys. But yeah, very interesting, guys. So with that said, you know, in the comment section, let me know what you guys think about GameStop, man. Moving into Pokemon, you know, moving into the space of buying your raw cards and graded PSA, specifically just PSA. It's going to be an interesting road, guys. Interesting road for GameStop. And we just have to see how this plays out. Really, it's going to be interesting. Interesting to follow this this trail and see where it ends. See if it ends in victory or see if it ends in collapse of GameStop, because this could be the last string for GameStop if it doesn't prevail for them. And they acquire these cards and nobody's buying them, and it's all just junk wax, junk slabs, and you know they're asking absolutely crazy amount of money for them. So it's going to be interesting. I really have to look into this and see if what comes of this and what is actually going to be available and how everything's going to play, because everything's not rolled out, so we don't know. We just know that this is what's going on. All right. So we just know it's official that GameStop will be selling raw Pokemon cards, I believe both vintage and modern, and they will be buying your slabs up to a $500 value. Oh my God. And then, guys, how are GameStop going to decipher a fake slab? See, this is another issue where, like I said, this could be a problem for GameStop and I bring this to topic. I bring this to topic because there's a lot of fake slabs, guys. How is GameStop going to decipher fake slabs versus a real slab? All right, because there are altered video games where there are they call them reproduced cartridges of the gaming spectrum, where you could have literally went to GameStop, traded in one of these reproduced cartridges that they sell on eBay. It's not an official cartridge. They got these things looking exactly like a Super Nintendo cartridges looks like. So and I'm going to put in existence these things into this title, into this topic, that these cartridges look really, really close to an official cartridge. And who's to say that people who were trading in back then weren't opening the cartridge and say they had a bad game, like a bad Empire Strikes Back, their motherboard was bad, but yet they had one of these retro ones. They the reproducce cartridges. They said, well, I'm just going to swap that out, and I'm going to put my motherboard inside the reproduce one. I'm gonna take the reproduce motherboard, put it inside my nice case of from my Empire Strikes Back that's not playing. I'm going to put that motherboard of that game inside the fake knockoff case that I got off eBay for $6, and I'm going to bring that game to GameStop and trade it in. I think some of that was going on at GameStop, guys, where people were doing swap-a-roos, and nobody knew at GameStop about the fake games, because I know GameStop got fake DS games when people were doing the fake cartridges. They actually look like the same cartridge for the DS. People were making bootleg games of the real thing and trading them into GameStop. And I know because I had got a fake game at GameStop, and I knew how to tell about that. And the same thing with the fake GBA games. So, you know, I know of that was going on at GameStop. GameStop was getting fake games and then chasing after the right price, and even Phoenix resellers were getting fake games in the mail that they bought online at GameStop. So a lot of that was going on. So this brings to code GameStop now acquiring PSA slabs. How are they, the employees, being trained to know that they are fake certs and stuff like that? I got a feeling, guys, it's a great thing I thought of this before we close out. I got a feeling that GameStop may get slapped with people trading in fake PSA slabs that GameStop employees won't be able to know the difference. And that may be a problem. All right? It may be a problem. I'm throwing that out on the table just because of the video game end, where they had fake GBA games, fake DS games. The employees were not trained to eye check the quality and conditions of the cartridges, and were taking in Chrono Triggers and all really expensive games, Earthbounds, and all kinds of really expensive games at GameStop. They did this. I know, guys, they did this. They took in Chrono Triggers that were fake reproduction cartridges that the employees at GameStop could not decipher if they were real or not. They took them in as real because they didn't know. All right, and being that we're coming into this, it's a lot of scams, a lot of fake stuff hitting the market. People are going to con GameStop out of money. All right, and it could very well hit them with them slabs, and could very well hit them with the raw cards because of those fake cards. You know, we got fake cards hitting the market too, and they're getting better with the quality. Yeah, that's why I said ultimate boom or bust for GameStop with this, because most game shops know how to decipher fake cards. I mean, I was at Adams Playmakers in New Windsor, and he asked me to look at some cards to see if he had some fake cards that were coming in, because some of these guys aren't keen guys who know what the fake cards look like, and they could take them in at their shops and end up paying something for these fakes, and they got fake cards and didn't even know they got duped. So certainly, guys, GameStop can end up getting burnt on the end of this two-sided sword, which could be doom or gloom for GameStop. And that's exactly why I said this, because of the fakes, and if their employees are being cross-trained to identify fake slabs, fake cards. See? Could cause an issue for people buying online, and then they get a Reshiram Charizard and it was a fake card, but somebody at GameStop took it in as real. And I know GameStop online shops from GameStop stores, so they get inventory from their stores. They package up all their stuff from the stores, from stores that have duplicates of stuff, and they send those into online where the orders are filled. So maybe a issue for GameStop, guys, and that's why I say it's going to be very, very interesting watching how this transforms through that. Okay, And I wanted to bring those 2 points out about the cartridges and then the fake cards, because this could be a problem for GameStop because their employees are not trained to identify fakes. All right? Not trained to identify fakes. They're not trained. These are just high school kids coming out, or college kids working at GameStops that are now managers and holding key holders at GameStop that are, holding down positions. They're not trained to identify this stuff. And unless GameStop changed some stuff, which I don't think they did, it may cause a rocky road for them. All right? So you're hearing it here first, guys, because, like I said, this is stuff that you get into this stuff, you need to know, because it's very easy you can get passed on some fake stuff. And a lot of discussions you have here, guys, people don't talk about. And that's why I'm bringing it to topic. All right? And if you are buying cards from GameStop, be careful, all right? Look at them, inspect them very carefully so you don't get ripped off, all right? Because I have this feeling that down the pipeline, we're going to have some people coming up on videos from some horror stories from GameStop that they bought some fake cards or they bought a fake slab and then GameStop didn't do nothing, or GameStop is now taking fake cards in or something. You're going to hear something come down the pipeline. I can almost see this on a headline newspaper, the Daily News, something going on at GameStop with this thing about them buying cards and something happened or somebody had a bad experience. I can just see it coming. I can read the writing on the wall, guys. All right? And that's why I'm just putting this out so you guys are aware and you're informed, how this rolls out, and what happens. Sure, there's going to be some stories on it. All right? Bennett Productions says, Pat, he's got some stuff going to Pat. Yeah. Guys, always say, keep an eye on Ben F. Productions channel. Sent him out his card. So Ben's going to be a new proud owner of a Shining Fates Charizard. Shining Fates Charizard, Shiny Zard. So be on the lookout for the mail dates. Due to arrive Monday, so due to arrive tomorrow. So somewhere down the line, probably have a Ben F. Productions video. So check that out. Other than that, man, this was a good talk, guys. Hopefully you guys got something from this video. If you did, hit the like button. Consider subscribing, guys. I like to talk about this kind of stuff and let you guys know. So that's breaking news for GameStop, guys. Now going to be buying your raw cards and graded cards. As far as I know, it's all just PSA, and I believe it's English cards. All right, English cards on both sides of the fence. It's no Japanese or Korean cards in slabs or in raw. You have to have all English cards. So that's what I gather. If they do Japanese and stuff, that may be something else. I don't know. We'll have to see what GameStop rolls out and what they do, and what's going to be accepted. Right now, I believe it's all English cards, PSA graded stuff, and what kind of cards? I have no idea what they're going to get. But a bottom line, the maximum amount cannot exceed $500. So, being that they're taking some big steps, like going to have PSA cards that they're going to be taking in, valued up to $500, it's going to be interesting on what cards they get, in both modern and vintage, right? And are they legit? Are these slabs legit? Are they fake certs? And how is GameStop identifying fake slabs and all of this stuff and fake cards? It's going to be interesting, guys. All right? So it's going to be interesting, guys. So if you guys hear anything else down the pipeline, let me know. If you guys go to a GameStop in your area and they have the cards, let me know. Take some screenshots of what you see at your GameStop. What kind of cards are you seeing that they have? Are they going to get a showcase? I'm sure they're going to have some kind of like display in the store to showcase the cards. And I'm not sure about how they're going to do it online. I don't know. It remains to be seen how they're doing. But I believe GameStop has already started acquiring cards before they even started to transition to this. They probably were already buying under a different source name to acquire cards. And now going to roll this out. And I'm not sure if it's all stores, maybe Pacific stores. I don't know. We have to see how this all rolls out. But sometime this week. All right, without further ado, guys, this video was sponsored by Pope Mart TCG. And with that said, before we close out, we do have a giveaway going on, which will be another announcement later on. We have a Mass Bostif EX collection box that we are going to be hosting a giveaway on this channel for 1,400 subscribers. So stay tuned for updates on that. But you can still get your entry in for this if you have not already done so. How do you get entered in? Well, we're going to talk about that on the last part of this video right now. So, if you would like to get entered in for this box, I have a playlist for Mass Bostif EX box opening and announcement video all in one. It's all tied in one, where I said we did an opening and there was an announcement video for 1,400 subscribers. You're going to go to that video, guys, and you're going to comment MBT on that video. All right? On that video. And that's going to earn you an entry for this giveaway. Now, mind you, we already hit 1,400 subscribers. That's why I said announcement incoming for when we're going to do this giveaway, so you still have time. All right? So, the video, guys, the giveaway is open to all U.S. subscribers, all right? Anyone living in the United States. No internationals, no Canadian, all right? So, you must be a subscriber to the channel. Click your bell notification on. Drop the comment on the appropriate video. That video alone, guys. Check the playlist for that video. And we're going to use a random, and why I say that video only, because that's where we're going to use a random comment picker. All right? And that random comment picker is going to go to that video and select the comment from one lucky subscriber who commented MBTEX box. All right? And that random comment picker is going to select the winner. All right? That winner, after we make the announcement and we do the poll for that winner, we'll have 1 week from that day that we announce who won. We'll have 1 week to claim their prize. Hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, all right, or my personal email. Give me some kind of proof that you are who you are. Your first, last name, and mailing address within that 1 week. Because if you do not supply that to me, you will not get the prize. All right? So, verify to me who you are. All right? So, we're going to use a random comment picker to pull the winner. And we're going to do it all live. And when we're going to do it? Well, stay tuned for a video for an update for the 1,400 subscriber giveaway. Because we did reach it. I want to make sure that we stay there. So, for the whole week it stayed. But I have an announcement coming up on another video. It'll be a separate video when we're going to do the 1,400 subscriber giveaway. And we'll have that going on. So stay tuned for more videos, including our 1,400 subscriber date. Still time for you to get entered in. If you haven't got entered in, well, I can just tell you the time is winding down. Just going to tell you that the time for you to enter in for this box is winding down. The countdown is on. All right, so still got time. Just want to make that clear. You still have time. Go on that video, get yourself entered in for that Mass Bostif EX box because the giveaway is still going on. All right, so even though we reached 1,400 subscribers, still time for you to get in. If you didn't get entered in, you still got time. Follow my simple directions, guys, for all my giveaways. You will not have an issue with me upon receiving your prize. Follow simple directions. That's all I ask. Follow simple directions, and you're in. All right? Some people are I had some people comment on other videos. They're not following the directions. They're commenting. I had other people just comment 910, 920. Some fools out there just commenting stupid stuff, not getting entry in. I don't know what the hell that means, that you're commenting 920, 2010. I mean, do you understand English? I don't know. But, you know, hey, each his own. You don't want to enter in, you can comment. I just flash by those things. I just see the comments for what people are doing, some stupid stuff. But regardless, if you want to get entered in, guys, that's where we're at. All right? So we have reached 1,400 subscribers. We'll make an announcement for when we do the giveaway. Stay tuned for that. If you want to get entered in, still got time. All right? Follow simple directions and you'll get entered in. Follow simple directions. All right? So with that said, this video has been sponsored by yours truly, Pokemart TCG, guys. So, yeah, I sponsor my own videos. Really not looking for any sponsors, guys. I take care of me. I take care of this channel. So, you know, financially, I'm good with doing that. So, I'm all good. All right. Unless you want to send over some, you know, you guys want to send some monster. You know, some monster. You want to send me some kickstarts. You know, Mountain Dew. Yeah, I'll take some of that for sure. Because I need all the energy I can get sometimes. Because I got some long days. Got some long days. As far as some stuff that I got, here, I'll show you guys stuff that I have left over. Where are we at? I'm going to see where in the world did these things go. Where did I put them? I'm trying to see where I put my things, guys. I think I might have put them in. They might be in here. Might be in here. No, I don't know where. Oh, just sitting right. All right. Good God. All right. So, just gonna give you guys a heads up. I have 3 slabs remaining, 3 PSA slabs. I do have an offer on the table. I have an Espeon PSA 8. I have a Charizard PSA 9 from Champion's Path, the promo. Then I have a PSA 10 Brilliant Stars Full Art Pika Pika. So I have a guy off Facebook interested. He wanted to meet me last night. I told him maybe today I'll meet, but there's an offer on the table for $115 and trade for these 3 slabs. And I'm going to leave that open on the channel. Anybody want to contest that offer? You have PayPal, you have Cash App. You want to purchase these cards and offer me something for them? Feel free. Feel free. Nothing's permanent on Facebook, because I had many people messaging me about this. The grading fees. If you guys want to know, grading fees for these cards are $15 each. So 3 cards, just sending them to PSA, you're talking about $45 just in grading fees right there to send these cards off. On top of that, you have shipping fees for shipping them to them, and then you got to pay for return shipping. So on top of those, you have to send shipping money in on top of $45 grading fee just to ship, just to mail. And I don't think you can do 3 cards. You have to do a minimum of 15 cards. But I'm just saying, you got $15 per card grading free at the floor, at the bottom, to send to PSA. If you're under the membership tier, $150 a year, you have to do a minimum of 15 cards. You can send at one time, and that's $15 a card grading fee. So fees to get these 3 cards graded, you're at the floor $45, $15 per card. So that's already, you know, for the cost of the card, you deduct that from the price of $115, and I'm only getting what, like, the offer was $115 plus trade, $135 total for the cards, but a cash $115, then trade. He was going to trade some full arts to balance it out. What full arts, I don't know. We have to see. But the cash offer was $115 plus trade on top of full arts. So, got these cards, guys. $135 is the cash price for these 3. Anybody want to, purchase these? Are you interested in any one of these? Let me know. It's a PSA 8 Espeon from Revolving Skies, Champions Path Zard promo in a PSA 10, and they have Brilliant Stars Full Art V in a PSA Gem Mint 10. All right, $135 for the lot, or cash. I do have a cash offer for $115 off Facebook. A deal that may be done today. I'm not sure. I have to see what's going on. And then he's going to add full arts, some full arts to the deal. So, like I said, this is up on the table for you guys. Anybody's interested in those cards, then you can hit me up. But those I still have available. Those are the last of the slabs that I got. So, figured I'd throw those out there on the channel. So far, no one, as to be expected, right? So I already know. But other than that, that's what I got. But I do have other ways of doing my stuff. So no problems. Other than that, that's what I have. We got the giveaway. Got those slabs there. Got more videos coming for you. So I'll be getting on to those videos. All right. Without further ado, guys, really appreciate all you guys on your way out. Please kindly hit the like button on the video. Helps out the algorithm. Share it on your social medias. Definitely helps this video get out. And do hit me up, guys. Any of you guys that go out to GameStop this week, let me know what you see. If you find any more information about their buying of the raw cards, what percentage are they buying at? Try to get a percentage. Say, what percentage are you buying at? 35% of the market? How do you looking up prices? Try to get some information. Definitely hit me up. But if I find out before you guys do, definitely I will come back on here and give you guys some information on my findings on the GameStop buying of the raw Pokemon slabs and raw cards and slabs to see exactly what they're doing and if there's any decent cards to be bought. There. In my findings, I'll let you guys know for sure. All right. Without further ado, guys, really appreciate all you guys. Ben F says, how much for the Zard slab? Well, the Zard slab, Ben, I already gave you prices on that. You said you had a PSA 9. This is a 10, and I got $45 on it. On this 9, I got $45. When I get to the next show in Jersey, in Ridgewood, New Jersey, I will be bringing these with me to trade for some alternate arts and stuff, cards that I am looking for. And definitely when I get into my vendor POV videos, you'll see me at work, at a show, going to work, paying cash for people's stuff, working some trades, in my local neighborhood, guys, in my local show. I'm going to start off with vendor POVs next year, maybe sooner. I don't know. We'll see how things fine tune out. But that won't happen till later on this year. And the next show in my local area isn't until November. So I got time to get ready for that. But I'm just trying to stock up as many singles and stuff that I can. Mainly getting singles, illustration rares and ARs and stuff like that. Stocking up on that kind of stuff. Full arts. Just stocking up on that. And I want to, my goal, see, and it's not, see, when you want, I want to do more than just YouTube videos for the play it, trade it game and the pickups and all that. I want to do real life vendor POVs and give you more out of YouTube than other people are doing that are just opening up stuff. And I want to venture out into other parts of the market and do stuff. So and then you're getting my opinions, my video live, with me branching out, doing more than just what I'm talking about, and what I'm doing here on the lives with you guys. You'll have me at a live vendor POV, because I'm trying, guys, to transition to go full time, and I want to transition into doing card shows. So I may be doing some traveling, going to card shows and doing live vendor POVs, but it's got to be financially worth it for me to do it. And where I'm going to be taking notes on monies that I make from the shows to see if certain shows are worth it. And if I go to some dead shows where I'm not making nothing, I don't cover the table money because the gas and the travel, you got to make sure that when you do these shows that you're profiting in these shows to make it worth it. As far as like profit, if you're getting enough inventory in from buying at these POVs, or was it just a dead show, you didn't make anything? So some shows I'm sure are going to be dead, and I just want to make sure I'm making notes on what shows were dead where it wasn't really worth me doing. So when I do it again, I can hand pick what shows I really want to do, because that's where I had the most experience from and where I had the most exposure to people that were selling to me. So that makes sense to me, where I'm going to get more buy-ins and more trade-ins and more selling. I'd rather be at those shows because it's be more active than me just standing around and nothing happening. And you will get some dead shows, and I'd rather be in a lively POV than a dead POV, vendor POV. So I'm going to be picking shows and trying out and then seeing what shows benefit me more, and those that'll be the shows that I do more than others, because I don't want to be in any dead show where I'm not buying any inventory and I'm not turning over anything. That means it was just a complete waste of day, because time is money, and I can definitely make more doing selling somewhere else than if I just wasted my whole day at a show and nothing was coming from it. So I don't want to waste my time posting videos and nothing's really transpiring, because it was a complete waste of a day. Yeah, I'm getting exposed out there, but nothing's happening, and then I can come to the show again and the same thing if the exposure was like dead. So I may the next shows, like next year, transition to Danbury, Connecticut, try to line up with some shows in Danbury and Hartford and stuff like that, because that's another area that's close to me, and do these live vendor POVs. That's what I want to do. And if it works out for me, guys, and everything has to make sense for me to be to do live stream, to go full time. So it's just something in my nature. I like doing these videos. So the live vendor POVs with me buying, you see me in my hustle. I wish I could have done live vendor POVs in the flea market with my video games, but I did have that photo up on my Facebook page for a long time. That was part of my home page on Facebook. I took it down and put my new logo for the channel, because that Facebook page really is part of the channel, and the Facebook is mainly part of the Instagram, and it's mainly about what I do. So there's really no personal family stuff going on my Facebook. It's all about me and what I'm doing. The YouTube channel, the buy sell flips, the buy sell trades, the pickups and all that stuff. It's all part of Instagram, because I share that on Instagram and throw it out through Facebook too, so it gets all over the place where everybody can see what I do. And that also transitions from when I post on Facebook. That transitions wired right out to those photos. So I'm getting highly exposed in my area. People know me, and they see the other photos and stuff. So that works out, and I'm looking to be the best in my area, Orange County, Hudson Valley, the biggest vendor for this kind of stuff. Because right now we don't have, in my personal experience, as going to like the Newburgh Toy and Collector Show, there's not enough vendors like myself that can compete against me. All right? There's not enough vendors in my area that's going to be able to compete against me in the show. And I feel I can bring a lot to the show with the amount of products and stuff that I'm going to be able to offer and the buying power that I'm going to be able to do. So it can help me out in a great way where I get a lot of alternate arts. I get a lot of PSA graded slabs, stuff that helps out my collection, the stuff that I want, the grails, the stuff that I'm looking for, and raw cards that normally would have went to card shops and stuff. I'm buying them before they even go there because people want to come to me because I'm buying at a higher percentage than the card shops. So it's going to help me to get a lot of accumulation on cards, and that's what I'm out to get, a lot of accumulation. And that could pass over to YouTube where a lot of people will start interacting with me more and want to buy and want to trade with me more on the channel. And that would be great for the channel. So I think it'll be a great experience for that, doing those live vendor POVs. And then you see me for what the real deal Holyfield or the real deal Pokemart is. You see me for what I do. And, you know, I think it's great videos at work, and that you can see me from, you know, from where I transitioned from earlier 8 years ago right into where I'm at now and moving forward, just building up on everything. So, and acquiring products, sealed and slabs, and raw. So, you know, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use everything that I got in my arsenal, all my old evolution packs and generations and XY evolutions and Champion's Path and Shining Fates and Shining Legends, all those packs I'm going to use in my vendor POV videos. And I'm going to be, there's one guy I want to buy some mystery packs. They're like $250, but you get like $400 in value, kind of crazy. I see his videos. I want to buy some of those packs because that'll give me some really good older vintage packs that I can use to trade off at these vendor POVs to get other Grail cards and stuff. So because there's values in those mystery packs, which I like I like the price point, and I like the values that I see with people pulling. I mean, so I can break down those packs and just do what I'm going to do with them, just buying the packs, not opening the individual packs themselves, but just opening the product of the mystery bag just to show you the value that I'm getting from that bag. That, yeah, you can redistribute back out and use in trades and vendor POVs. So that's definitely great. So definitely going to be reaching out to that guy and hopefully pick up some. I believe you can order them, and going to buy some and do live channel openings here. And you guys see what I get out of those mystery packs. But yeah, from what I'm seeing, people are getting some banger stuff out of that, and I just think it's an awesome mystery pack, even though it's not like a Rev pack. It's just a little bubble mailer that he made with packs inside, and then you got a vintage pack. So really neat, but the value is built into those packs that it's worth picking up. I mean, even if you're paying $250, I mean, the value is built into them. That's, you're getting more out of that $250 that if you would have bought anything else. You're coming up. You're coming out ahead in pack-wise buying those mystery packs from him. So yeah, every time I see his videos, I'm watching. Wow, so there's built-in values on these that I don't know why more people aren't buying more of those things from him, because you can just trade the vintage pack that you get and get something really good as far as a slab or a Grail card for some of those vintage packs that are in there at $500 pack. So it's kind of crazy, but yeah. So I want to buy some of those packs from this guy and open them up here because I'm probably not going to be able to get to his shows where he does them for sure. All right, so other than that, guys, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, like I said, kindly hit the like, share out this on all your social medias. I'm going to move on to the next video. We've been on here about an hour and a half. All right, really appreciate all you guys. Thanks for watching. All right. remember to get out there. I'm gonna close out, guys. Closing out. Move on to the next video. All right. Without further ado, guys, remember to get out there and catch them all. Have what? Have ball. And see all who? All of y'all. In my what? In the next video. Do me now. A whole lot of peace, whole lot of love for you, and high five, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm out of here.